All right, let's jump right into it because we're talking about a seismic shift in the world of AI today. OpenAI and Amazon, they've just announced a partnership of absolutely staggering scale. We're going to break down exactly what this means for the future of tech. First, let's just start with the headline number because, wow, it's a big one. $50 billion. That's the size of Amazon's new investment in OpenAI. And a number like that, well, it tells you this isn't just some partnership. This is a foundational bet on the entire future of artificial intelligence. So, what does a $50 billion handshake actually get you? Well, this is a multi-year, really strategic deal, and it's all structured to just pour fuel on the fire of AI innovation. It kicks off with an initial $15 billion right away, with another $35 billion ready to go as they hit key milestones. So yeah, this partnership is built for the long haul. This whole deal really rests on four critical pillars. We're talking about building powerful new AI tools for the cloud, securing the absolutely massive computing power needed to run them, controlling how those tools get into the hands of businesses, and even integrating these brand new models right into Amazon's own products. Let's start with those tools. So what are these two giants actually building together? Well, the first part of the answer lies in two incredibly powerful new AI toolkits, and they're designed specifically for developers and for businesses. Okay, so the first major thing they're building is something called a stateful runtime environment. Now, the best way to think about this is like giving an AI a long-term memory. Instead of being a tool you ask for one-off tasks, it becomes this persistent collaborator that actually remembers your project's history, the context, everything. This is a game changer, and it's going to be available to developers through Amazon Bedrock in the next few months. And then there's OpenAI Frontier. This is an enterprise-level platform for managing entire teams of AI agents across a whole company's systems. And here is the real strategic kicker. AWS will be the exclusive third-party cloud provider for Frontier. That move pretty much locks in Amazon's position as the go-to platform for any business wanting to deploy these advanced AI teams. Of course, tools this advanced, they require an unbelievable amount of raw power. And that brings us to the infrastructure engine that's really at the heart of this whole deal, the component that actually makes it all possible. Right, so this partnership goes way beyond just a financial investment. At its absolute core is a massive expansion of their cloud infrastructure agreement. So just how massive are we talking about? 2 gigawatts. OpenAI has committed to consuming 2 gigawatts of Amazon's Trainium compute capacity. I mean, that is the raw horsepower you need to fuel that stateful runtime environment, Frontier, and literally everything else they're planning to build. And this table here, it just puts the sheer scale of that expansion into really stark perspective. Look at this. Their previous agreement was already huge at $38 billion. This new deal adds another $100 billion on top of that, over 8 years. That brings the total commitment to a staggering $138 billion. And this isn't just about the technology we have today. The deal is explicitly future-proofed. It secures OpenAI's access to Amazon's next-generation Trainium 4 chips. That means they're locking in another major leap in performance when those chips finally arrive in 2027. They're playing the long game here. Okay, so let's put it all together. You have this massive investment, these powerful new tools, and the incredible infrastructure to back it all up. When you step back, what does this actually mean? How does a deal like this reshape the future of AI? Well, the crucial point here is just how symbiotic this relationship is. It's a massive win for both sides. For Amazon, it cements AWS as a premier destination for AI development and gives them access to OpenAI's top models for their own stuff. And for OpenAI, it secures the two things it needs most: just a massive long-term supply of computing power and a powerful distribution channel to get its enterprise tools into the hands of businesses all over the world. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman really summed up the whole vision perfectly. He said, "Combining OpenAI's intelligence with Amazon's infrastructure and global reach helps us put powerful AI into the hands of businesses and users at real scale." And that's it right there. It's all about pairing that cutting-edge intelligence with truly global-scale infrastructure. So when you combine this level of capital, this kind of exclusive technology, and this much raw computing power, it feels like way more than just another partnership. This is a foundational move that could very well define enterprise AI for the next decade. Which, of course, leads us to the critical question. Are we watching the start of an entirely new era for artificial intelligence in business?